Hello and welcome to my first Trig update video. Now this has been a very exciting update and has brought some interesting changes to New Eden. So let's start from the beginning and the fight for Ravios. Now Ravios wasn't the first system to be invaded, but it was the first system to be flipped. Now I was here for this system and it was a long and hard process. CCP had not released any information about what would happen or how to do it. We had won a few systems before this, however they were classed as minor wins and didn't go to the second stage. Now, watching the trailer for the patch that was released, you'll notice at the end of the video there is a blue star. So people got excited when Ravos became invaded, as it was a blue star as well. After many hours of doing sights and killing the Edencom, we finally took the system, and it went into the second stage at last. Now, as it did this without any warning, the security system, or the security status of the system, was lowered, and it became low-sec, which for some poor unsuspecting Edencom runners found out. Now, in this stage, we know that you need to do more than just run the sites in order to take the system. Apart from the sites, there are roaming fleets that will spawn for both Trigs and Edencom that warp around and kill each other. You may also notice that in the belts there are structures that actually mine the asteroid belts. There are a new type of Trig ship, which is an industrial ship, and the Edencoms have an orca that warp around as well. In order to turn the system faster, you need to protect the mining fleets for the Trigs, let them mine the asteroid belts, as all of the ore that they gain is used to help build the structures around the star. Now, CCP did release a video explaining what happened in Ravios, and it does say in the video that the Trigs do need to mine the material to help build the structure around the star. So, in order to take the systems faster, we need to make sure that we are protecting the roam or killing the Edencom roaming fleets and protecting the Trig roaming fleets and the industrials. Now this brings us to the structures that are at the sun. These seem to get bigger the more the system progresses, or more of the structure is built. And towards the end of the second stage, the world arc will jump in. It will hang around this structure for a little bit before jumping out. This structure does fire a huge laser into the sun and starts to harvest the sun itself. So once you finally get the system to the final stage, the system effectively becomes null-sec status. Now, with both stages that start off as high-sec, the high-sec rules still apply. So you cannot light a cyno. The ores will still stay the same as if they were high-sec, and the signatures will still stay the same. The only difference is Concord will not have a presence in there, so you can kill each other. Now the second system that we gained was Veil, which is a yellow star. So this tells us the Trigs are not just interested in blue stars. Same as before, we learned a little bit more about how to flip the systems faster, and we're starting to take these systems a little bit faster now. So this brings us up to where we are now. We currently own 2 systems. We've won a handful of minor victories, and we're just waiting for another star to spawn that we can take. Now at this stage we do believe it is only blue or yellow stars that can be taken, and there is evidence to support this as well. If you jump into abyssal space, you will only ever see 2 types of stars. Yep, you've guessed it, it'll be yellow or blue stars that you see in the background. So after a few days, finally another blue star system was invaded, Karoo. However, after a day of fighting in the system, we finally got it all the way down, and it turned into a minor victory. It didn't go into the second stage, so this tells us that they are not only after a certain color, but there must be certain aspects within that system or star that they are looking for. There have been some speculation that it is to do with the size of the star. However, I don't believe this to be true, as Ravios is a fairly large star, Karoo was a medium-sized star, and Vale was a fairly small star. So unless they don't like medium-sized stars, that theory just doesn't count. There are a few other aspects at which it could be. Temperature varies quite a bit, and I don't believe it's got anything to do with the temperature. This leaves us with the spectral class and the brightness. Now, Ravos was an F7V class star, whereas Karoo is a F8V. So whilst they are the same color, they are actually still different types of star, but also their brightnesses were different as well. Ravios was a 0.93, whilst Karoo is quite a bright star at 2.21. Now, if you've been in any of the systems that the Trigs have taken to the final stage, you will notice that the background does become fairly dark, so the brightness of the star may have something to do with the system that they're after, as Vale is also a fairly dim star as well at 0.01. So trying to work out which stars the Trigs are currently in favor of, we've done a little bit of research. Now the Vale star type is a GGVI, and after checking quite a few different blue stars, you'll see that there are actually quite a few different classes of suns, and they're all at different levels of brightness. So whilst we can't be 100% sure what will affect it, I don't think that it is due to the brightness of the structure or of the star. I'm thinking it's more to do with the type of the spectral type of the sun, as we know that the Trigs are trying to harvest the materials from the sun. Now this does bring us to potentially another factor about the system. It may not just be to do with the star, it could also do with the mining fleets that help build the structures around the sun. If they are unable to get enough materials in the first stage, or if the materials do not spawn in that system due to the security status or the region that they are spawned in, they may not be able to take it to the next stage to build their structures. Now this brings us to the last part of the video, is why people are getting so excited about getting the third system for the Trigs. Well, currently we know Trigs do things in threes. Their language, their ship designs, everything about them is based on threes. So we believe that once the Trigs gain a third system, it will trigger the next event in-game. As to what this event could be, we don't know. However, we are very excited to find out, and I will continue to help them to gain this third system. I'm also more than happy for people to leave comments below on what you think will happen, or if you have any theories on what you think will help us take the next system or to take them faster, please leave them below, and I will also keep you guys updated on the progress so far.